Hi guys, Tom here from Growth Hacker, and in this video I want to talk about outbound prospecting as a way of generating revenue. And this is such a fantastic way of producing sales, particularly if you don't have a marketing budget. But also, I think this is probably the best way to generate business if you're a B2B, particularly if you have a high ticket item, okay, or a bespoke service. All you need as a bare minimum for this service is, or for this process, is an email account, a Zoom account, a Stripe account, and a LinkedIn account. Okay, that is all that you need as a minimum for doing these processes. There are tools that you can use that are going to make it easier and mean that you can get more done in less time, which is what I'm going to be focusing on here. Okay, now with this outbound prospecting, there are two main methodologies that we will use here to produce revenue. So one is LinkedIn and one is outbound email prospecting. So let's just look at those in turn now, starting with LinkedIn. So first of all, on LinkedIn, LinkedIn's such a great network for finding your niche. And if you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is a paid tool by LinkedIn, you can get really granular with your targeting and find people who are exactly your target market. It is so important that you target people that are really relevant to you, otherwise you will not get any resonance with your message. Okay, so LinkedIn, we start by going into Sales Navigator and trying to find our customers. We then are going to send a series of messages to these people. Now, you can do this manually if you wish, or there are tools that you can use to automate the process. Okay, tools include Linked Helper, and also a really good one which allows you to automate multiple messages is Growth Lead. You can automate the whole thing through that if you wish. Bear in mind, the more automated that you get, the less you will convert, because if you're able to reach out to people with personal messages that talk about the issues that you can see on the websites and in the architecture of the business of the person that you're trying to connect with, you'll get a higher conversion rate. But of course, that takes longer. Now, through these messages on LinkedIn, we aim to book an evaluation call with the client. So you can send a link to them to your Calendly page. Maybe you've got Calendly embedded on your website. If not, set up Calendly, and then people will be able to book an evaluation call with you and become a customer. Okay, so that is the LinkedIn process, guys. The tools that I mentioned there: Sales Navigator, Linked Helper, and also Growth Lead, great tools that you can use. You need to make sure that the copy of your messages that you're sending are high converting. Okay, so one of the things that I do in my program, we create a guiding sales argument which acts as your master document, allowing you to create a long form document with all of the copy that you'll ever need, and then we can put that into the messages, because your messages need to be high conversion and they need to be highly targeted. There is a lot of people on LinkedIn. I get a lot of messages as a founder of a company about people who are trying to sell me stuff, and I'm sure you do as well. If you get those and you've looked into them, they tend to be very generic. There's not really that much unique or interesting value being delivered, and the messages are not personalized. So you need to deliver high value, you need to make bold claims that you can back up, and you need to make sure that as well as that, the message is as personalized as possible, even if you're automating. So that is the LinkedIn side of the process. Outbound email prospecting. This involves using website scrapers. So there are a series of website scraping tools that you can use to gather email addresses from LinkedIn, and then you can put these into an outbound email prospecting tool to then send a couple of emails out to people to try and again get them to book an evaluation call. The great thing about outbound email prospecting is that you can go quite high volume. So you can send quite a lot of messages, especially if you have multiple email accounts. You can send 200 from each email account a day, and then you can just see your conversion rates. Again, the copy is key. You've got to make sure that you're delivering value, that it's personalized to your niche, and there is a reason for people to book a call with you. They need to be intrigued. What I like to do is I will link people out to videos just like this one, because videos are the most engaging and people are more likely to read them. And I also send them to strategy documents as well. That is the value that I deliver on my emails, okay? Because if you give, then you're likely to get something back in return, okay? It starts a reciprocation cycle. which is something that then can spiral upwards towards purchase. So that is outbound prospecting, guys, using LinkedIn and also outbound email prospecting. I've got a full program relating to this, and most of the clients that are in the B2B space that I work with will use these processes to generate business without high costs of marketing. So I hope you found this useful. Any questions on this, let me know down in the comments or reach out to me directly, and I'll see you in the next video.